may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Pisces in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus dominant in your natal chart. If you're cross-watching for Piscean, you have Pisces in your 7th house, then you might find some information in this reading, Pisces Nation, that may resonate with you. This is general Piscean, so this automatically means that not every single thing that is mentioned in the reading may resonate with you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Please don't make any rash decisions based off of what you hear from a general reading. Now, if you would like a personal reading based on your own energy, you can always book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelicsascensionstarot.com. Pisceans, even though you hear me calling this a 7-day forecast, not every single thing in the reading may play out over the next 7 days. So I always encourage you to listen to the reading with an open mind. Sometimes the reading doesn't resonate because it hasn't had a chance. The events in the reading haven't had a chance to occur. So, like I said, listen to this with an open mind. Give the reading a chance to play out. And we're going to go over some topics that are sensitive, Pisceans. And if that is not your preferred type of reading, go ahead and take this opportunity to click off. Otherwise, Pisceans, let's begin. Song is playing in my head. As soon as I decided that I was going to do Pisces, it's a song called Break Even. I do not remember the artist. But the song has something to do. I don't exactly remember. The lyric says, I'm falling to pieces. And pretty much it boils down to, how are you okay when I'm not? Like somebody is really going through something emotional, like their heart is broken. And it might feel to you that the other person couldn't care less. Maybe somebody doesn't know the extent of how you might feel about something, Pisces. Perhaps, or maybe if this is not you going through this, you're not going through something emotional, especially when it comes to love, then like I said, somebody around you might be feeling this way. Otherwise, let's see, Pisces Nation, let's get into it. What might be going on in your situation? Somebody's left feeling like a clown. Somebody's feeling embarrassed about something. Possibly. Trust what you need is there. I think you have some sort of change ahead of you. Yeah, something's going to require you to surrender. Okay, I kind of get what might be going on. Something is happening in your life. And it seems like there's some sort of uncertainty connected to this. Things are up in the air between you and someone or some situation in your life. What's going on? You stop talking to someone. You might have decided that you're not going to cut ties with someone. There might be a Scorpio that's on your mind. Like I said, there's a lot on your mind, or you're on somebody else's mind. Somebody's daydreaming a lot about you, daydreaming a lot about the situation and what may have transpired between you and this person. Yeah, like I said, if it's not you that's going through this, it might be a child. If this is not your child, like I said, listen to this with an open mind. This could be younger siblings. This could be nieces, nephews, grandchildren, other family members. Random. You might need to go to the grocery store, Pisces. Maybe groceries are kind of running low in your household. Whether it's platonic or it is romantic love that we're talking about, somebody wants love without there being so many conditions on it. And whatever this case, this is exactly what I was feeling, that your emotions flow. This feels like this is an emotional week for you or for somebody around you. Unlock your heart. Your heart is blocked off. It has something to do with somebody's integrity. A Pisces, somebody could possibly be looking at your integrity for something. Somebody's doing something. You had a lot of cruelty going on. I can't say it's a lot, but you do have a situation where maybe you do feel like this relationship that has a lot of conditions has had cruelty involved. Unnecessary things that were maybe that have been said. Maybe there's someone Pisces or cross-watcher that you feel insults you. And maybe somebody's insults have been breaking you down or breaking down the emotions of a child. There's definitely some breakdowns in communication this week. This has something to do with romantic relationships. Maybe the female in the relationship, if you identify, however you identify, you might identify as male or female. Somebody in the relationship, the other person is viewing them as alpha. And it seems like somebody feels emasculated. That would obviously be a male that feels emasculated. Might feel like their partner talks down to them. It doesn't have to be that it's a male in the situation, though. It could definitely be the feminine in the relationship. You were either raised by a single parent, Pisces, or this is something that you're facing right now. Okay, because much like Scorpio you got the Ten of Swords in the same exact position. So it seems like there's been some sort of betrayal, possibly by another Piscean, or this is some sort of secrets that are being kept in your situation. Whatever secrets are revealed this week, Pisces, might put you in a position to feel like you're having to make a decision about what comes next for you. And if it has something to do, soulmating. If it has something to do with maybe continuing on in a situation, something is getting ready to transform. You are dealing with a Scorpio. Either you have Scorpio placements or you're directly dealing with a Scorpio. Some of you write music. You write music, you sing, you're a performer. And some of you are very enlightened. Something's going on within you. There's a lot of different things that are happening in your reading. I just don't yet know how to join this together. It's showing me a lot of what's going on inside of you. And it's also telling me that there's some decisions that you're having to make. Something that you're going to see about somebody that's in your energy. So bear with me. Yeah, okay. So we're talking about love without conditions. Somebody in your situation is very challenging. You might feel that they're difficult to deal with. Libra and Taurus come out heavily. I think you want somebody to see your perspective. You want someone to see your side of the story. Pisces, and maybe you feel like somebody doesn't. Yeah. I think someone would like to rebuild a relationship with you. They want to reestablish something. But it might be hard for you, Pisces, to let someone in and trust them again. I'm sorry, I just saw something that caught my eye. Self-criticism is diminishing your sense of self-worth. Some of you are dealing with someone who is challenging, competitive, difficult to deal with. And it seems like it's because of their own feelings of lack of self-worth. Unless this is how somebody is making you feel. Something that might be being said in your situation, it may have left you feeling that way. But it does feel like somebody is coming back to the situation. Angel of communication. Communicate clearly. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is. There's some sort of situation that may come up. Pisces. And it may require you to say some things that are truthful. But you might feel that maybe somebody is not going to be, they won't receive this information. Well, you're freeing your mind. There's something that you have to say to someone, Pisces. It's difficult to trust this person. Possibly a Leo, and then you have a Scorpio that's in your reading. For a lot of you, this has something to do with a child. There might be a child that might want you to maybe relate with them. Okay, self-criticism is diminishing your sense of self-worth. I think this is what's going on inside of you, which is why you have this card that talks about inward revolution. And the same card that came out for Scorpio, I need to focus on my healing. It may be difficult for you to trust yourself, really. It seems like this might be something that maybe you're struggling with, trusting yourself to make choices that you feel are right for you. You might feel that maybe you're kind of stuck right now, stuck in a rut, and maybe you're trying to get out of this. Pisces or cross watcher, especially if this has to do with relating to someone else, getting your point across to them, because it just seems like I mentioned to you, something is a challenge. Yeah, somebody is, you might feel chaotic. It seems like you're lost at this moment. What happened? Because it seems like you've been patient with someone, Pisces, and maybe you feel like somebody just doesn't get it. This is a love relationship that we are talking about. There's a relationship that you saw yourself in for the long haul, Pisces. And it seems like you hit a wall right now. Maybe things are just kind of complicated and a bit toxic. This is a relationship. Then for some of you, this is a relationship with a twin flame. You got an on again, off again relationship with someone that you feel is absolutely confusing. And this person could be at a distance from you. You could be you could be in the midst of a long distance relationship, or maybe somebody is just in another location right now. And maybe it's hard for you to move past some sort of pain or some sort of trust issue, obviously. Somebody leaves and they always come back, Pisces. I think it's become a normal thing for you. So I think that's the person that's returning. Or for some of you, this is not a romantic relationship. You just might have a relationship with someone that just kind of appears and then disappears. And this could have something to do with somebody that you co-parent children with. What's going on with the Pisces? And there's some sort of a cycle with this. And I think somebody wants out of this cycle. They want to release this. For some of you, the cycle has something to do with your dating history. You might feel that you keep getting in relationships with people that come around. You make genuine connections with them. So you might feel, and then they disappear. You got something to do with, you drink a lot of coffee, tea. You work in, what I want to say, customer service industry. You work with the public, possibly. Pisces. What's going on with Pisces? You might be making a connection with someone online as well. Some of you Pisceans, you're online dating. There's some sort of block in your relationship. And it has something to do with these conditions. I think you wish that somebody would love you unconditionally without criticizing you. You got a block in your situation, Pisces. It has a lot to do with emotional baggage. I mentioned to you some of the emotional baggage had something to do with your upbringing, being raised around very critical, toxic parents, dysfunctional sort of atmosphere. But for a lot of you, it has something to do with this relationship. There's a lot of emotional baggage that is accumulated, and it's blocking you from finding the love that you deserve. Instead, it feels like some of you Pisceans, you're getting involved with people that you feel unsure about, or people that send you mixed signals. Let me remind you, this card that came out says, I want to trust you. So maybe you just have a difficult time letting your guard down in general, but definitely when it comes to somebody that's in your energy this week, because it feels like somebody's coming towards you. Somebody wants to have a discussion with you, and it's going to be important, Pisces, for you to be honest and open maybe about how you're feeling. Yes. This is your child's father that you might feel that you might wish would step up and be more present. Or this is your own father, since we were talking about upbringing, dysfunction, that sort of thing. Somebody's coming back. Somebody's coming back, or maybe wanting to make a connection with the child. For some of you, someone could be getting out of jail, and that might be them returning home. I mentioned to you that this person might live at a different location. Somebody might be coming to your house. For some of you, this person is a drivable distance away. I think somebody left when things became challenging, when things became hard. Why are they coming back, the Pisces? Let's see. Oh, I don't know. I don't know yet, but it definitely feels like you might feel that this person is dramatic. Maybe I mentioned to you that they're a performer. Random. Pisces, you might have some mold in your house. You might have a damp area in your house, especially when it comes to the bathroom. There might be something going on in your bathroom. Yeah, I think somebody is getting out of jail for some of you Pisceans. Yeah, see, I keep asking spirit guides what's going on, and they keep showing me so many different things. So let me just, I was trying to go and talk to you about these things and try to keep them in order. But there's so many things that I don't want to forget to talk about one thing because I'm trying to keep things linear. So bear with me. You've got some sort of legal situation coming up. Either some of you have a lawsuit that you're in the midst of. You're getting a visit from a government worker. It seems like something's going on when it comes to a legal situation. This is some sort of abuse because it is. It seems like there's some sort of abuse in your situation. I don't know if this is all linked. Like if this whole situation where there could be a social worker come into your house. That's what that feels like for some of you in your situation. Because it seems like you have a high tolerance for disrespect. Pisces. I mentioned to you that somebody's just very chaotic and insulting. And it's hard for you to get through to someone, Pisces, because it seems like somebody easily calls out your flaws, but when they look at themselves, they may not see theirs. But they're quick to say what your problem is. Poet. Maybe somebody does write music. So who is this that we're talking about for the Pisceans? Somebody invents a lot of stories. You got a Leo in your situation. Let's see, there's so much going on. Let me try to keep it to this relationship, this whole situation that might be going on. You might be getting some migraines, Pisces. Somebody's reporting something. That's what this feels like. For some of you, this is going on with your kids. You might be, I don't know if your kids are bickering, Pisces. But somebody feels like somebody is like unfairly choosing sides. What's going on with the Pisces? Like somebody automatically chooses sides without really hearing you out. Yes. You're definitely going through it with someone right about now. So if this has been you, Pisces, this is a love relationship. It seems like you're going through the same redundant cycle with someone. And you might start to feel like you're moving backwards. And now, like I said, you're building walls around your heart when it comes to this situation. Is there a conversation that's coming up? Yeah. I think somebody is missing you. And I think one of the biggest issues is that somebody has a history of being dishonest. A wolf in sheep's clothing. And I think that there's something that maybe you now see. Maybe you're taking a closer look at something. Maybe you literally wear glasses. Or some of you Pisceans, this isn't happening with you directly. You are the observer of a situation. You might be someone that kind of sees this. You might be a bystander. Yeah. Maybe you feel like there's somebody in your situation that just kind of sits back and watches you struggle. It looks like you have a lot on your plate. You might feel like, Pisces, that there's a lot falling on you. You might be going to an elder for advice, Pisces. Or there's definitely an elder that points out a wolf in sheep's clothing in your situation. So if this is not you going through something, no, it is. Then you are the observer of it. You see something that maybe your child doesn't see, or you see something about somebody in your situation. You recognize somebody as a wolf in sheep's clothing. You are going through some sort of conflict with someone. And I was talking about toxic parents. Somebody's been an absentee parent. It feels like this is the person that's coming back, possibly to speak to an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Somebody's definitely trying to make up with you. Maybe you're not ready to, Pisces. It seems like maybe you're still hurt about something. Maybe you feel neglected. Maybe you feel that your needs have been neglected, or the needs of a child have been neglected in some sort of way. Since we're talking about a legal situation and I'm talking to you about neglect, that's what this feels like it's connected to. It feels like there's some sort of an accusation about neglect of a child. It feels like somebody is calling child services on somebody. What's going on with Pisces? No. For some of you, the wolf in sheep's clothing is an intimate partner. So I do feel that you feel duped in some sort of way. You feel deceived by someone. There's some sort of accusation, and it seems like somebody's trying to make up with you. They might be extending the olive branch after they've done something sneaky, and after somebody has seen somebody doing something sneaky. Like the truth is out about something. You don't have a lot of trust for this person. This is why the card says, I want to trust you. Somebody wants to rebuild the relationship, but it feels like trust is gone. So it may not be easy for you to kind of give this person a pass and act like everything is cool. Pisces, there's something that might need to be said, something that might need to be talked about. Whatever this is, it might come with some tension. It might not be easy to talk about whatever this topic is, Pisces, but it looks like somebody is maybe blind to the truth, or blind to maybe how much they hurt you. Some of you, the issue that you have is that somebody works a lot. Somebody is a workaholic. Somebody in your situation could be working a lot to avoid the issues at home. Okay, because it definitely feels like you're overloaded. You got a ton of responsibilities. I mentioned to you, some of you, you're single parents, and now you're having to pick up the slack. And this would be the person that's in and out, somebody that you co-parent your children with. You are looking to give your children stability. And it just seems like something about this situation is just, it doesn't seem like it's working out, or something has been bringing you a lot of frustration. Some of you, you have work goal, a professional goal that you're working toward. And I don't know if you had some sort of an accident, you have some sort of an injury connected to work, and maybe that's kind of throwing off your goals right now. You might be kind of hesitant to maybe hear this person out, because like I mentioned to you several times, you might feel that it's difficult for you to trust this person. Yeah, maybe you might be working toward forgiveness, but at first, Pisces, it seems like you might be feeling a bit confused or a little bit worried about, there might be a lot of question marks in your mind about whether or not to let this person back around you, because you might feel like they are trying to trap you into something. They're trying to bait you into something. So I don't think that you have the best track record when it comes to this person at all. For some of you, this is a friend. For some of you, you might want to check in with your kids. Some of you are being bullied your kids are being bullied at school. I was saying some of you might be, Pisces. Maybe your kid was being bullied at school or at home. You might be looking at some people that are in your child. Remember, I was telling you, listen to this with an open mind. Is either your child or your younger sibling, a younger person in your life. You might be recognizing that somebody is not really a true friend, either to you. Let's talk about it. Somebody is a wolf in sheep's clothing, and somebody definitely sees that. Some of you are celebrating the birthday of a Gemini. there anything? Yeah, some of you, your kids need some sort of encouragement. They might be having some sort of challenge when it comes to learning in school. So you might be getting some sort of intervention with that. Pisces. When it comes to work and finances. Pisces, some of you might have an interview coming up. At work, Pisces, maybe there's somebody that doesn't take suggestions well. Are you reporting somebody? It seems like it is. Like you might have an issue with somebody at work. Because like I said, it seems like you're focused. You're focused. You're driven. You're near burnout. You have a lot on your plate. You might even need some sleep. Your sleep schedule might be all mixed up. And it seems like at work. Okay. Since we're talking about the observer, right? This is so similar to Scorpio. Somebody's watching you, possibly online. Somebody's watching you with a lot of envy. For some of you, this is somebody that you work with. Some of you, you're in business for yourself, and this is a rival that's watching you. Some of you people are watching to copy, to take something from you, or they're trying to imitate what you're doing. Like somebody wants to be just like you. They're doing everything. You got a weirdo at work. And it seems like with something that you're doing, Pisces, you're winning. Some of you, you do divination. Maybe you work in the spiritual community, or this is an aspiration of yours. For some of you, I don't know, maybe you work with the person that you're in a relationship with. What's going on at work? Anyway, there's some BS and shenanigans that are going on in the background, Pisces. Whatever the case is, it seems like you're working with a particular goal in mind. You're trying to save some money for maybe some things that might be coming up for you. Okay, because it looks like you're very focused. You're very motivated at work. If you've lost your motivation for something, you're getting back in the game. It might even be time to move. Oh, I think you're working for something in mind. You got some bills to pay. Maybe some of you are behind in your bills. Yeah, you got a new job offer that's coming through. Maybe this is a better paying job for some of you. It seems like people are recognizing you for your people skills, for the fact that maybe you work well with other people. Pisces. But it seems like you have a particular goal in mind and you're trying to get where you want to go. So it feels like there could be someone that might come in this week that might be helpful with helping you gain some sort of insight, get some sort of strategy, game plan together to get yourself to the next level. For some of you, you work in the school system. For some of you, you are maybe you have an aspiration to own your own business. But whatever, it feels like there's a new job that's coming in for you. It seems like people are recognizing and appreciating you for somebody that's loyal to the job. But because you are, and you're so dedicated and focused to the point that maybe you're sacrificing sleep, there are some haters. There's some jealousy that's going on around you. Pisces or cross watcher. Somebody may see an advantage to the way that you do things. They see that you're winning in some sort of way. So this feels like that's what's leading people to copy or emulate whatever you're doing. You might be posting a lot of pictures online. Come on with it. You got an enemy. Somebody doesn't like your relationship. It feels like somebody could be out to sabotage a relationship. Some of these things are irrelevant, okay, that are going on in the background. But it seems like your guides want you to be aware of what's going on. Because like I said, if it's not you that's going through this, you might be wondering about the integrity of people that you work with. You might be the observer of this information or this situation that might be going on at work. But there's a lot of copycatism and a lot of hating maybe on a particular thing that you do at work. Like I said, some of you do divination. And for some of you, this is why somebody is watching. They're watching to copy, take what it is that you say or do, or this is another Pisces doing this to somebody with Pisces in their chart. Somebody might feel that you're blind to this, or that other onlookers might be blind to what's going on. The truth is seen about something this week, Pisces Nation. When it comes to your emotions, maybe there's a particular emotion that maybe you're trying to get in check, Pisces. What's going on with you emotionally inside? Because I mentioned to you, you're trying to make some sort of change within yourself. Criticism. We talked about that at the top of the reading. That the way that you're speaking to yourself may be creating there might be a lot of self-criticism that you might be going through. Or this is as a result of some sort of dysfunctional relationship in your life. It may have come as a result. This might have been where it came from. What are we talking about here? We're talking about what's going on inside of you. Are you really criticizing yourself about a relationship? I think somebody is beating up on themselves about a relationship. There's a relationship, Pisces, in hindsight. You might be looking back on this, on a relationship in your life. Maybe something meant so much to you in the moment, and maybe you felt like you didn't want to let go. But now maybe you're realizing it was for the best that something was over. Yeah. I think there's a relationship that meant a lot to you. I don't know. Did you lose your parents, Pisces? Because it seems like something's going on here. Seems like it's hard for you to concentrate. Pisces, it's hard for you to be vulnerable, especially with a particular person or a particular situation. Your vulnerability is going to be tested, possibly with some sort of communication that could be coming up. You might not feel supported in some area of your life where there is a child that does not feel this way. And it feels like it has something to do with the adults that might be around. You might be noticing a change in your child or somebody, because it definitely feels like somebody's putting up some sort of a boundary and somebody's deciding to say no. They're deciding to be very assertive about a particular conversation. It looks like somebody's ready to leave something behind and move forward. In the meantime, Pisces, there might be somebody in your situation that's playing games. Somebody might be acting like they're happy that something is over, but it's all pretend. Okay. Your financial situation has the opportunity to get better, if I didn't mention that. Possibly through a change in your job, or you deciding whether or not you're going to stick with this job. Whatever you're doing with this relationship, where you're giving somebody the silent treatment, trust your intuition. It feels like your intuition is going to be giving you the next steps about what to do with this. Some of you, you're questioning your purpose, or whether or not you should take positive action towards something. Some of you, it's time for a spiritual cleanse. Maybe you just need some time for yourself. But yeah, it's time to take action on something. There's a path that was absolutely meant for you, Pisces. And your guides are really encouraging you to explore that path. Some of you Pisceans, you're involved with somebody who's married. If you don't know that somebody's married, you're going to see the truth about that coming up this week. If you don't realize it this week, by the month of July, you're going to see what you need to see about something. Some of you are February Pisceans, by the way. There's something that you're finding out online. It's about some sort of a secret. Somebody hid something from if it's not online, and I'm not telling you to go look for this information, Pisces. It's either online or it's in somebody's phone. Somebody's keeping a secret. They're not telling you about it. Or this is a child that might be locking a lot of things inside of you, inside of themselves, about some things that they're going through, and maybe they're not sharing these things with you about what they're feeling. They're hiding their feelings. For some of you, I think this is parental guilt. Maybe you're working so much to maybe kind of pick up the slack, or you're feeling like you're in some sort of redundant cycle when it comes to your financial situation. That might be why you're considering a career change. It might be that you're working so much. You're so career driven because you're trying to provide for your family or whatever. And it seems like somebody's trying to sabotage you. Come on with it. Somebody's keeping a secret. Whatever the case is, like I said, this secret is coming out. For some of you, this secret that's in your situation has something to do with someone telling you half-truths. They're being deceptive. If you haven't heard from someone in a while, Pisces, or someone has gone MIA, it seems like somebody is conflicted right now about this. Somebody is hurting or frustrated having to do with someone's inconsistencies. And the fact that maybe it takes a while for someone to get in touch with you. Yeah, but somebody's going to go and look for information online because they feel that they're not getting the truth from you directly, or from someone in the scenario directly. Okay, what's going on with this legal situation? Because I mentioned for some of you, you might be going through something such as this. As soon as I look down, protection. It's a protective order. For protecting a child, it looks like. You might be coming to the rescue of a child. Somebody must have passed away. This is Pisces. Somebody that means a lot to you must have passed. You got a portal. You must have the ability to communicate with people from the afterlife, because it seems like you're able to see right into the afterlife. You see clearly something such as this. If this is not you, then somebody is. Somebody's definitely a clairvoyant, possibly a psychic medium. Maybe you feel like you're not from this planet, Pisces. Anything else? Pisces, somebody's down low. Somebody might not be being truthful with you about their sexuality. Somebody might feel the need to cover it up. Yeah. So there's some sort of conversation, like I mentioned, or some sort of meeting. For some of you, this meeting, like I mentioned to you, it has something to do with a job opportunity, and you might take that job opportunity, and this might release a lot of stress for you. You lost a key. Pisces, you might be copying a key, getting a hold of a locksmith, but there's definitely, for some of you, some sort of gossip, whether it's relevant to you or irrelevant to you. You might, like I mentioned to you several times, you might be the observer, or you might overhear something online that has something to do with some sort of gossip. You could possibly be the initiate of this gossip. Initiator, however that word is pronounced. You ghosted somebody, trust. Somebody is upset about that. If there's something that you need to get done, because it looks like you're under a lot of pressure. You have to turn something in, get something done in a particular transition as soon as I part the deck. It's not even a part of this deck. You're concerned that someone is passing. You work in healthcare, possibly. Pisces, what's going on with the Pisces nation? The cauldron. Maybe you are spiritual. Maybe you do some sort of, I mentioned divination several times. Maybe you do some sort of magic. What's this? Yeah. Keep going. Pisces, something better is coming in for you. Now let's look at what that is. You might have a package being delivered this week, Pisces. There might be even something you might be sending back, but yeah, splitting apart. Here we go. That's the pattern. splitting apart, returning. Somebody's definitely coming back. They're coming back to repair the damage, Pisces. It's up to you to figure out if you feel that this damage has gone too far or if this is something that can be repaired. Extended family. If it's not happening with you, it might be happening with family. What's going on with Pisces? You got some money coming in, Pisces. This is exactly what I was feeling. That's where the conflict is. Some of you, it's your lease. It's a place that you live. There might be something that's coming to a completion. It could even be a court situation. There might be this package or this mail that's coming into you might have something to do with a court decision. Maybe you've had some difficulty at the beginning of this week or the beginning of this 7 days. Push through, Pisces. Like I said, things are bound to get better for you, especially if this is a financial situation. You're working hard for something. You're very driven. You're very focused. You might see an increase come in for you as far as your money is concerned. Do you own your own business? You might see more business kind of coming through. Yeah. Hold together, because it seems like I said, you might have some challenges at the beginning of the week. So hold it together. Repairing the damage. I was telling you that maybe it's your lease, it's your living situation that might be coming to an end. Maybe you might be fighting with somebody you cohabitate with or somebody that you live around. Anyway, there might be some damage to a particular property. You might be doing some repair work on this as your lease gets close to completing. Let's see. Let's move on to the advice for the Pisces Nation. You're about to receive a gift. Some of you are Gemini, Pisces. You might have Gemini as your sun sign. Maybe it's your birthday season. You are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others. But now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. You're about to be on the receiving end of some sort of blessing. Pisces, maybe it wasn't just the beginning of this week. Maybe it's been the entire beginning of this year. The first 6 months of this year has been grueling for you. And now for some of you, there's a blessing that's coming in. But I mean, hold together. Something is getting ready to, you're going to get some sort of a breakthrough. You're not alone. I mentioned to you multiple times that there's somebody that either did pass, transition, like somebody may have passed on. This person is definitely around you. Pisces or cross watcher. We are here for you. We never left. Though through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We are right beside you. Whatever you're going through, Pisces, your guides want you to know that you're not going through this alone. Some of you, you're disconnected from a child. I hope and pray that you did not lose a child, Pisces. The love between a parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our lifetime on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest part of our hearts. Beneath that is memories. You might be going through some childhood memories, but it definitely feels like there's a child that might be a distance away, a physical distance away. You might be separated from your child for whatever reason. It just feels like there's still a connection there. Spirit guides, the advice for the Pisceans. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. It's your thoughts this week, Pisces. You might be coming to terms with the fact that your thoughts become things. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. That's why a child is coming out in this reading. This has something to do with your inner child. Whatever is going on, we're talking about that in the reading. Inward revolution, that card came out. So it seems like there's some sort of change that you're making within. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. We talked about self-criticism. Because you might be criticizing yourself, you might be experiencing that in other people around you. Pisces, it's time to heal the cycle. Attack, pain, fear, judgment are forms of separation. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Yeah, your spirit guides are really calling out to you for something. There might be a call for help, like literally. You might be noticing something might be going on with someone's mental health. Someone's mental health situation, Pisces, could be kind of delicate. But whatever is going on inside, you're going to see things maybe in your outward, things that may be playing out in your situation. You might realize that your inward conversations may play a part, possibly in some things that are playing out in your life. So I feel that you're making some sort of connection with that. You could possibly be going to counseling, and maybe something that you're dealing with internally within yourself, Pisces, might be kind of difficult, and there might be a challenge in the beginning. But if you continue to hold it together and keep going, you might see some sort of a breakthrough. Go at your own pace when it comes to this healing, though, Pisces Nation. With that, Pisces, this concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. This was helpful, Pisces. Give this reading a thumbs up when I re-upload it. Consider subbing if you're not already a subscriber, Pisces. Thank you, Pisces and cross watchers, for deciding to tune in this week. Have a blessed, beautiful, and productive week, Pisceans. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, Pisces.